DFS 2013 R2 now has arc lead-ins and lead-outs for turning and boring. It's a new option that lets you apply an arc as a lead-in or lead-out for finish passes. You'll have better blends between overlapping finish passes, which might be ideal for longer parts which are finished in sections. It also can help increase tool life for specialized tooling that might fracture if you use more of a direct lead-in. So as you can see here in the example, we're going with the longer part that I'm going to be finishing in sections. So let's take a look at what I've programmed so far. I have rough and finish of a face feature, and then I'm roughing a turning pass, but only back to a left boundary. I've got some sketches in here that I've used as left and right boundaries, you can see right here in the list. So there's the rough, and then it finishes back almost to the same point, again a different left boundary. And then in this example you might have a bar feed or a bar pull, maybe support the part with the sub spindle, and you'll rough another section of it and then finish that other section. So we've got overlapping finish passes here in the middle. Okay, and here you can see the sketches are just points that I've used. So for all of these turn features I'm using the entire profile, but I have these sketches I'm using as left and right boundaries to contain the toolpath to only certain portions of the length of the part. Okay, let's look at this in some centerline toolpath. I'll turn off all of the other, turn off the rough and the facing, and I have all these split into separate features. So here comes the first finish pass. I'll just let it play. And then the second finish pass comes in. Now in reality you've got the first finish pass and then maybe a bar pull, more roughing, and then the second finish pass. But take a look at this toolpath. First of all, after the first finish pass is complete, it goes away and does some other work. It comes back and it rapids straight onto the material. Well, that's not really a product of being a linear lead-in. That's not the problem there. The problem is the engagement angle. So let's fix that first, and then we'll take a look at the arcs. So if we go to the op list and the second finish turn and look at the attributes, you can see here, first of all, we have a new leads section. We've got it broken off by itself now. We're doing a linear lead-in. It's really not why it rapided though into the part. It's the engagement angle. So if I set this at something like 30 degrees, you'll see a big improvement here. There's the original or the first finish pass, and remember again it goes away, it does a bar pull, it does another rough pass, it comes back and does another finish pass, and there's the 30-degree lead-in. So that is an improvement there, and that's what you could do before. It's still linear lead-in, but at least now we're not rapiding into the work. Okay, now let's replace all of this with arcs. Edit the attributes, go back to this leads section, and we have different lead styles here. We have linear and arc. When you have arc selected, you're given an arc in angle, and you have an arc in and out radius. Okay, I'll just start with that one. Hit OK. Play the first one. It hasn't changed. We go away, we bar feed, we rough, we come back and finish, and there you can see the nice arc lead-in to get a better blend. So to make this even better, I'll go back to finish turn 2, go to the attributes and maybe tell it to arc out, and let's make sure finish 1 also arcs out. So we go back to the attributes, into the lead section, lead out with an arc. Okay, so there's the first finish pass coming across, arcing out. We go away, we rough, and a bar feed and a rough, and then the last finish pass, and we get a better blend there. So hopefully being able to lead in and lead out with arcs will help you cope with situations like this much better.